Hi guys, I am back with another foundation review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Foundation Stick. Now this is a new brand to me. I think the owner is called, Gucci Westman. I'm not sure. I think that's what it is. But this popped up on recommendations on my Sephora app, and I said, you know what, this would be a good foundation to try. I clicked on it. It's super pricey. So there are foundations, I think there are eyeshadows, contour sticks. So I started off with the foundation, of course. Now, I have to give a little backstory on the foundation, so just please be patient. So I purchased the foundation, and I purchased it in the shade X 1.5, which is deep tan with a golden undertone. It's a beautiful shade for me. This is not the first time I'm using this foundation, but both times that I've used this foundation, I've taken it off within, I would say, 15 minutes of wearing it. The first time I put this foundation on, I'm trying to color correct. I'm trying to get rid of hyperpigmentation, so I've started using shea butter. Turns out shea butter is not a good base for makeup, and I learned that the hard way. So when I tried the foundation for the first time, I was wearing the shea butter as my moisturizer. And I love the shea butter, by the way, but it's sort of sticky and heavy, not a good combination. So the foundation just looked horrible. So I figured, okay, that's what it is. Then I tried it again with like regular moisturizer, and I applied it to my face like I would any other stick foundation. I didn't like the way that looked either. I felt like it just looked heavy on my skin. It looked sort of wax-like, and even when I was dragging it on my skin, when I took the brush to like blend it out, to me it was sort of stiff. I was frustrated with it. I could see like creases on my forehead. I was like, where do these creases come from? Like, I don't know when was the last time I had creases on my damn forehead. So I took it off. Then I started looking at videos. I never like to look at reviews, but I started looking at reviews because I'm like, this is a $68 foundation. I looked at the reviews on the Sephora app and they were fantastic. I did not see one bad review. And then I came across Tara Lynn's video here on YouTube, and she had some similar issues when I looked at the beginning of her video, because I think she refilmed her video, and she used it where she took the brush on the foundation and then applied it to her face. So I said, maybe I'll use it this way and I'll use it on camera. Maybe the third time is the charm. I couldn't find any videos of women of color using this foundation. So I figured, hey, here we go again. I'm going to do the foundation review. If you're interested in this foundation, you're around my skin tone, I'm NC50 and MAC. I think this would be a good review for you to see. So I'm going to go ahead today and try the way Tara tried it. Now there is a total of 18 shades, not a lot of shades. And a little bit about the foundation. What I love about it, it's a clean brand as well. It's a clean, high performance cream foundation and a concealer stick packed with nourishing ingredients for a radiant, natural second skin finish. I find I've been into like the second skin finish, and you guys probably would have seen my Get Ready With Me where I use my Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. So I've been loving those kind of skin-like foundations, and the coverage is medium. That's why I was so confused, why it was just looking heavy on my skin, and the coverage is medium. Natural. Okay, so it's vegetable derived. I'm going to list all of that in the description box. So it's the insider's secret to distractingly good skin. It's plant powered. It's a vegan formula, melts into contact for buildable medium to full coverage. Okay, you can build it up to full. Leaves the complexion fresh, nourished, looking flawless. Vital skin combats redness, soothes an even tone while boosting moisture. It's your skin naturally enhanced. And of course, it's clean at Sephora. So I'm going to go ahead and use it the way Tara used it. And I'm hoping that it works out better because I want to give it another try. I don't want to just give up on it. So let's see what happens. So this is what the packaging looks like. It has this nice blush color kind of packaging, and it has a magnetic snap-on cover that I love, like the Tom Ford. Tom Ford has the same magnetic cover. I think it's very pretty. It winds up like this. You turn the whole barrel and it winds up. Now this is a shade I got, X1.5. I think it's a beautiful shade. It's very golden, and you guys know how I love a golden undertone. Look at that. It's very warm, very pretty, very golden. I love the undertone. I bought this online. I wasn't able to swatch it, so I was very happy when I saw it. So I've moisturized, not with the shea butter. I'm using my Ole Henriksen, the vitamin C serum. And I did just a little bit of color correcting today under my eye. And I think the shea butter is already working because hair was so much darker. I think it's looking a little better. I've been using it now for like, what? I think only 8 days. And I can see a little bit of lightening up here. And I'm using my Makeup Forever, the grayness corrector. The grayness orange corrector under my eyes. I didn't put a lot today though. So I'm going to use my Jaclyn times Murphy brush, and I'm going on the foundation like Tara did. And let's see if this makes a difference. Oh, I think it does make a difference. So I'm pushing and swiping at the same time. This is already giving me a medium coverage. Okay, so I would say that I already like this better than swiping it onto my face. I'm glad I came across her video. I like this a lot better. Just using, because I've never used a foundation stick like this. I've always just swiped it onto my face, and I have blended it out. All these tongue twisters today, or maybe it's just me. All right, so this is what it's looking like. Super pretty right now. Love the golden undertone. And I didn't put any under my eyes, although it says it's a foundation and concealer. I just don't like putting too much stuff under my eye. I think as you get older, I don't know if that's a good look. So this is it on. And I'm not going to finish my entire face on camera, but I'll put on the concealer on camera so I can see how it looks with the concealer. I'm so happy I looked at Tara's video, because honestly, this third time I'm trying it is the best that it has looked. It looks really, really pretty and very natural and skin-like. Super, super pretty. I'm so glad I looked at her video and I decided to do it this way. I love it this way. I'm so happy because this is a $68 foundation, people. I mean, like, come on. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass concealer. I wanna do this on camera so you guys can see how it blends out with the concealer. Then I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face off camera. All right, so, and I've been loving this Hourglass. Like, I bought a backup. The last time I was at Sephora, I picked up a backup. And to think I was thinking this color was not right for me, it's right for me. All right, so I forgot my little blending brush. So I don't know if you remember this sponge that I had used. I said I got it from my BoxyCharm and it's machine washable. It is. I put it in the machine last night just to make sure, and it is washable. I think it got a little softer because the first time I used it, I felt it was too stiff. All right, so let's blend this out and just get a look at how the foundation looks with concealer. Oh, the sponge gets, it really gets in there under the eye. It went all the way up to my tear duct. All right, so, okay. This is looking amazing. Look at that, see? Comes down to technique. And I think she was saying that the people in her comments were giving her suggestions on how to use it. So I'm assuming, because I didn't look at the whole video, I didn't want to see like all her thoughts, how it wore and stuff, because I like to do my first impression. But that part I did look at. All right, so this is how everything looks blended out with the concealer, and by golly, okay. Wow, I'm so happy that I'm using it this way, and I looked at her video. Wow, her video has made such a difference, because honestly, I was like talking so bad about this foundation. I didn't even want to review it. I was so annoyed. I was like, look at this, it's trash, whatever. This is the way. So my suggestion would be, if you want to purchase this foundation, use it. Don't swipe it on your face. I don't think swiping on your face works. Putting that brush and putting it on like this, girl, and I'm gonna do a wear test today. So let's look at the time. I like to look at the initial time. So, all these notifications about that person being acquitted. So it's 12:38 p.m. I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'm gonna come back with more thoughts. But right now, I'm super relieved and super happy. It looks beautiful. I'm so happy. All right, guys, I am back with the rest of my makeup done, and yes, and yes. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Nice and skin-like. I set it with my Fenty powder and hazelnut, as usual. And, well, you guys saw the concealer. And then I set it with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and I'm so happy, I'm going to say it again, that I used it the way I used it. Now it looks like what they talk about, the second skin and it being natural. Because when you, at least for me, and I think for Tara Lynn, when you swipe it on your face, I don't know, there's something about it that just doesn't look right, and it accentuates lines, and I don't know. And she had the same issue, so I don't think I'm wrong. That was the only person I looked at though. And yeah, it's now let's see how it wears, because the 2 times I wore it, I took it off. All right, so I put it on at 12:38. What time is it now? Yeah, it's like 12:50 something. So I'll go with 12:38 when I initially put it on, and I'm gonna wear it, go about my day. I have a few things to do, and I'll come back and let you guys know how it wore. But right now, it's definitely a go for me. See you guys later. All right, so I am back for my final check-in. It's now 9:11 p.m. I initially put this foundation on around 12:30 something, so like 9 hours, close to 9 hours. And this is what the foundation looks like, and I am super happy with it. It's pretty. Still looks very skin-like, and if you're here for the first time, when I review a foundation, I never touch up. However the foundation wears, I like to come back on camera and show you guys. So it just has like a nice sort of natural softness to it. My oils, some of my oils did peek through. I do have dry skin. Some of my oils did peek through. I would say I got a little shine, not oily, a little shine, I would say on my chin. Like my chin and like right here. But my laugh lines did okay. I think it did okay, because this is always an area of concern for me, my laugh lines. See that? I think it did okay. It didn't separate this. There is slight creasing, but it never separated. And I think that's from just talking and eating and stuff during the day. I think my forehead looks really good. My blush, I'm wearing one of the blushes, the kind of pink purple blush from my Suku palette that I'm obsessed with already. The blush is still intact, and I'm glad you guys can see that. This blush stays on. It doesn't fade. It's amazing. And I have highlighter on my nose, but right here, like here is a little, not oily, just has a little bit of like shine, but it's not like gooey or disgusting. I think it looks super pretty, and I am so happy that I watched Tara Lynn's video and I used it the way I used it, because when you swipe it on your face, for some reason, I don't know, it just doesn't look as pretty at all. Because the first time I'm going to rule out because of the shea butter. But the second time, the way it looked to how it looked now, it just looked heavy on my skin. Maybe I put too much. Maybe when you swipe it, you get too much on. I think you have a little bit more control when you rub the brush on top of it. So if you're thinking of, it's beautiful. I mean, you guys can clearly see that. It's a beautiful, natural looking foundation. I think it looks like skin. I think it just enhances my skin. I wish I had great skin like this. Hoping that shea butter works. And so I would recommend that if you purchase this foundation, to use the technique that I use with the brush over swiping it on your face. But who knows, maybe if you use it and you swipe it on your face, you may like it that way. I didn't. I love it this way, and I think it just looks, it's pretty. I think it's a very pretty foundation. I have no natural light or anything. I just have my ring light on. I didn't turn on my other lights, but I think you guys can see. And it wore beautifully, I think, for 9 hours. I mean, I think it still looks pretty flawless. And I did a lot today because I had to go to the supermarket. I wore a mask. I was in the supermarket for about, I didn't stay long. I just needed like snacks for the kids. I spent maybe half hour in the supermarket, but look, I had the mask on, and even when I came back, it didn't really move with the mask. Oh, like right here, I got a little smudge from the mask. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, I did get a smudge from the mask here. But other than that, it looks amazing to me. And I mean, I would definitely recommend it. But using, I think the technique I use, I think is the best technique to use this foundation. So it is a little bougie that you have to use, you know, you can't swipe it on your face or whatever. But it is super pretty. I think it looks just as pretty as when I put it on. All right. I hope you guys enjoy this review and you enjoy seeing this new foundation. It's a brand new line for me. Maybe I'll pick something else up from them, but for now, it's a go for me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.